first time I saw him, Dale Cregan, he was on an exercise bike in the segregation unit, solitary confinement. It was his first day in Strangeways prison. My manager asked me to accompany her to the segregation unit, solitary confinement, big meeting, everyone involved, all about him. Some prisoners come in prison, murderers and the like, under the radar, get on with it. Something like this, you know, all over the press, everyone knew who he was. Like I said, most wanted. Some people put themselves on a pedestal too. All the attention is on them. The second time I saw him, my manager tells me she's going off shift. I'm on the ED, on the healthcare. Healthcare is a hospital wing of Strangeways, just like any other wing. You've got one coming on tonight, Mr. Samworth. When she says Mr. Samworth, she was always being sarcastic. Who's that? Dale Cregan, but you don't know. Okay. I get a phone call half an hour before the end of my shift. I knew the guy, wanted DST, dedicated search team, men in black, part of security. Have you got a cell, Sam? Yeah. Who for? Can't say. Okay. What are they coming on for? Can't say. Okay. I have normal cells and I have safer custody cells. Used to be called anti-ligature. There's no such thing. They brings him. Well, they didn't bring him on. End of the landing. I hears the gate open. I goes down. The guy I'd spoke to, he stood there. You can go in the office. Sorry? You can go in the office. In the office. I goes in the office. They brought Dale Cregan on. Put him in the cell outside the office. 3 of them. I would think they searched him, searched his bag, strip searched him to come on the unit. That is the protocol. They came in the office. You've got Dale Cregan on. I went, no shit. Yeah. Don't put him on your roll board. Roll board on the wall. Everyone who's on there, names. Don't put him on. Nobody is to know he's on here. Off they went. Cell bell. I goes out on the landing. One of the lads, patience. Mr. Samworth, is that Dale Cregan opposite me? I says, there's nobody there. He says, what? I says, there's nobody in that cell. Okay. I goes and looks in. Are you all right? He's sat on the bed. He's got a couple of bags with him. He's on overnight. He's got biscuits, chocolate, crisps, pop, tucking in. I goes and phones the duty governor. Governor, got a problem on healthcare. What's that? I've got one on. Who? I can't say. Anyway, cut long story short, he gets arsey with me. I makes it and spells it out very simply. He's eating. I believe he's going for an operation tomorrow. He'll be nil by mouth, which is just what it says. Before an operation, you don't drink pop, eat crisp, biscuits and chocolate. Governor, take him off him. Me, good night, Governor, I'm going off shift. And that was it. He never went to hospital, Dale Cregan, the next day. The whole hospital was on alert. One complete floor was shut down. Lots of operations cancelled. Police, probably 250,000. Yeah, snipers and the like. There's firearms and explosives, hand grenades involved. Somebody from the hospital on social media, it's great social media for spreading the word. Ooh, I think we're getting one from Strangeways tomorrow, coming for an operation on his eye. Boom! The whole thing's exploded. Next time I would see him, we got informed he was coming. He was on food refusal. Food refusal used to be called, what did it used to be called? It's gone right out of my head. Hunger strike. He's on hunger strike, food refusal. He came on. The procedure in prison, go 3 days. You've informed staff you're not eating. 3 days, they open paperwork. You're then monitored for intake of fluids and food products. He came on. The governor brought him on. There's no TV in his cell. My manager says, our protocol overnight, somebody comes on here, they don't have a TV. Governor, Can we make an exception? My manager, Mr. Samworth, no, we can't. Governor, what about if I give him a TV? That's up to you. He didn't. He's now with us. He don't want to speak to me, don't want to speak to a nurse. He'll speak to the senior officers of the Cat A unit, a principal officer who is in uniform above a senior officer or a governor. We're below him. Very few interactions. Cell bell, I want a phone call. You get people to monitor it, let him out for a phone call. On visits, family visits, he's eating. I don't know what he was eating. They have sandwiches, crisps, chocolate and the like, but he's eating. Protocol for food refusal. You start eating, you close the paperwork. You go 3 days, not eating again, you reopen the paperwork. No paperwork was shut. It was political. Let me explain. Any prisoner in a prison refusing to eat, there's very little you can do. If they're on a long sentence, at some point, they're going to be going to a forensic unit, mental hospital. That's just what it is. Dale Cregan, Cat A, he's going to Ashworth Hospital. It's about capacity, having capacity to make decisions. Ashworth came to see him. I met some psychiatrists from Ashworth. One who's amazing, down to earth, like me and you, common sense. And then a couple of three who, quite honestly, other than their narcissistic traits, weren't worth a toss. One come on to interview him, obviously staff in the cell. She came out, she's buzzing. He needs to come to us, he's got no capacity. This is someone who is eating on visits, he's got all his scran in his cell, yeah? He could be eating all night for all we knew. He can stand and chat to his family for an hour, he can go on visits, he's more than capable. But at some point, he's going to Ashworth Hospital. So it was sooner rather than later. Again, very few interactions, very few. It came to the point where he was going. Now, a lot of secrecy around this prisoner. Our manager, healthcare manager, made herself really popular one morning. Somebody said, when is he going? She says, I can't tell you. I know, but I can't tell you for security reasons. The same person said, don't take the piss out of us. He's going next Wednesday morning. The whole prison knows. Treating us like muppets is disrespectful. Yeah, bit frosty. And off he went to Ashworth Hospital. That's another story. If you'd like me to tell that, in the comments. But that's it. These people are put on pedestals. It's all about them. And, like I say, some put themselves on pedestals. Look at me. Look at me. I'm just going to leave it there, guys. Thanks for your continued support. God bless you all. Thanks for coming. I'll see you.
In the shadows they reside, secrets etched in stone, echoes of forgotten cries. Behind these walls alone, behind the walls where darkness thrives, whispers linger, secrets hide, invisible chains, souls confined. Behind the walls their stories